Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning to Nassau County. Truly is my pleasure to be back. So many friends in the room, such good news. First, to Senate Leader, Senator Dean Skelos. I want to thank him for that very kind introduction. Even more, I want to thank him for a great product that we are announcing today, which is a jobs and tax cut package that I think is going to make a tremendous difference. The senator was kind in his introduction. He said, we have solved the dysfunction. I think I played a part in it, but I think we've turned this state around and we've turned the state government around because we as a collective, all of us together, have come together and we put politics aside for what's good for the state. And we said when we started, Dean, I don't know if you remember, in day one, we said we're not going to be about Democrats and Republicans, that we are New Yorkers first, and we're going to act that way, and that's what we did all year. And Dean's leadership made that possible. So let's give him a round of applause. Senate Majority Leader Dean Skelos. Deputy Speaker Arlene Hooper, pleasure to be with you and your colleagues, and thank you for the whole lesson, and I don't even have to go to church on Sunday now after that. A little bit of religion. Arlene Hooper, thank you very much. To Kevin Law, who could be Lieutenant Governor Bob Duffy. When you think about it, they look very similar. I don't know if you know Bob Duffy. He's very tall, lithe, fluid build, just like Kevin Law. Both really good-looking guys. Let's give him a round of applause, Kevin Law. County Executive Ed Mangano, who's doing a great job leading Nassau. Pleasure to be with you, Ed. And all of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, thank you very much for being here. And we're going to sign a bill, which is the order of work for the day, and we're going to do that in one moment. And everything has been said about this. Let me just put an exclamation point in it. We had what's called an extraordinary legislative session last week. Extraordinary session meaning what? Meaning normally the legislature sits from January to about June-ish. Sometimes in the past that has gone late, but that's a different story and different memory. Normally it's January to June. The legislature can come back for what's called an extraordinary session. So we had an extraordinary session of the legislature. But it wasn't just extraordinary in the legal sense. It was extraordinary in every sense. It was to handle an extraordinary situation at an extraordinary time, and we came up with an extraordinary product. Because the truth is, the main problem we're all facing, as the senator said, is jobs. It is about the economy, and a slow economy, not just in this state, in this nation, and not just in this nation, but internationally. And it's a slow economy that has been going on now for 5 years. And the sheer length of the recession makes it feel especially burdensome. This has been a long time, and it's not getting better. And what we said in New York and the legislature is we're not going to wait for Washington to come solve our problems. We've been watching Washington with the super committee and with the debt ceiling limit, and it's just not functioning. So what your legislature said is we're going to take matters into our own hand. And we're not going to wait for Washington to solve the problems for us. We're going to step up to the plate and we're going to solve the problems ourselves because this is New York, and we're not going to wait for anyone to lead us out of our problems. We'll take the leadership role and we will do it. And that's what the session was about. It was about creating jobs for New Yorkers, because that's what this is all about, getting that private sector economy running, because if the private sector economy is running, then it's running for everyone. If the private sector economy is running, then they're paying taxes, then County Executive Ed Mangano is happy because he has a tax base, and the town is happy, and the village is happy, and people have opportunity, and people have a sense of reward and a sense of opportunity and optimism. So get the economy going. We passed a jobs and tax package that is truly exciting and is truly, quote unquote, extraordinary. First, we're going to undertake a jobs program in this state in a way that hasn't been done in modern political history. We're going to start rebuilding our roads and our bridges that we should have been rebuilding for decades. They are dangerous. They are unsafe. We need to make improvements to be competitive. We've been putting it off. We've been putting it off. Now we're going to do it. We're going to invest the money we have to invest in ourselves and our infrastructure. We're going to create jobs in the meantime. The second piece of what we did is we did tax reform to reduce the tax burden. Why? Because everybody agrees. If you want to stimulate the private sector economy, reduce taxes. That was President Reagan. By the way, that's President Obama. Reduce the taxes, you'll stimulate the economy. Reduce the taxes on the middle class, and you'll stimulate the economy because they will actually spend the money. We did tax reform, listen to this. The middle class will pay the lowest tax rate in 58 years, believe it or not. No one in the state pays more than they did last year. And the MTA payroll reduction is going to make a major difference for small businesses, self-employed, all across the state. Now, the MTA tax has been particularly burdensome on Long Island. And Long Island has, many ways, paid the price, a heavier price than they should have paid for the MTA tax. So this relief is going to be a welcome relief to Long Island. And I applaud the Long Island delegation for bringing this issue to the forefront and sticking with it day after day after day. I do believe it's going to make a significant difference, and you're going to see a rebound in the economy because of it, and also because it's part of an overall message that says New York is open for business. We get it. We want businesses to flourish. We're going to be responsive, and we're going to make the government work to be responsive. My last point is this. This is the end of my first year. This was my rookie year, so my colleagues had to be very kind to me because I didn't know exactly what I was doing all through the year. And they were kind to me for the most part. Not overly kind, I want you to know. And I learned a few things during my rookie year. But I started by giving my staff a pin that we all wear. And the pin says, performance, integrity, pride. I work for the people. But the words are performance, integrity, and pride. And I started in my inaugural just about a year ago, saying that my goal was to restore those three words. Performance, this government performed. This government performed back when we did the budget, and we did it on time, and we passed laws, and we operated like professionals, and we weren't pointing fingers, and there was no gridlock, and you could look at a state government and you could be proud. We performed. Integrity, because we performed with integrity. We really did. We passed ethics law. Business was conducted in a fundamentally different way. And I think the third word, pride, I feel today more than at any other time. I am proud of what this government did. I am proud of what this legislature did. I am proud about how they came together in the face of all these challenges and all this dilemma and all this chaos. And they put politics aside, they made tough decisions, and they came up with a real package that is going to lead this state forward. So to my colleagues, at the end of my first year, I say I am proud to serve with each and every one of you, and I am proud of what we've done for the people of this state with your help. Thank you, and God bless you. Congratulations, gentlemen.